The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Around halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Pelicans, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where the Pelicans are, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Williams is out there with Favors, and it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside, Davis. Well, Clark, midseason rumors now in full session. When a player requests a trade, how strongly do you think that affects team chemistry?
You know, Kevin, I'm all for players voicing their choice and actually having an opportunity to express themselves, but it can be detrimental if a player in the middle of a season makes it known that he's not interested in being there. It can have a terrible effect on team chemistry, in my opinion.
And here is LeBron after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. LeBron kicks to Green. Now Caldwell-Pope. LeBron outside, just 5 on the clock. Launches it. Redick with the rebound. Caldwell-Pope against Ingram. Good on the bucket.
Brandon Ingram, a nice display of toughness from the young forward here, showing that he can score through just about anything.
Caldwell-Pope outside. And the pass to Davis. 17-foot shot on the way. And they pick up 2.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here's Redick. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Outside Holiday. Ingram outside. Off target from three-point range.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Here's Redick following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Redick against Green. Lets a floater go, and no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Here's Redick following the basket by LeBron James. And stolen by LeBron. On the wing, Green. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Oh, great ball movement there.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Holiday, the pass to Favors. And the wide open shot from Redick. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
He misses the free throw. he's good on the second. Green with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Outside for Davis. Plenty of space. The shot comes out, and New Orleans will come the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Now here's Ingram, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Ingram attacking. Great D that time from Green.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Phenomenal athleticism from Ingram. I mean, really looking to rip that basket up with that strong dunk.
James, the pass to Davis. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Redick. Outside Favors. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Holiday. The 15-footer, good.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pelicans on D, trailing by 4. Here's LeBron. The teardrop falls in. James has got 7 points.
And, you know, for such a physically powerful player, guys, James also has a deft shooting touch. I mean, showing it off there.
Now here's Favors. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston. Outside, Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 6.
Great setup right there. Calling for the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert. Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's Holiday, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Favors finds Redick. Here's Ingram. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Davis. And Clark, as good as he is, playing off the ball, Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hands.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 7-point differential. Outside Holiday. Outside Favors. Ingram outside. Tries it from 19. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Now here's Green. Caldwell Pope outside. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Bradley's checked in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for LeBron. Here's Melly. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. They need this, and he gets the bucket.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hands.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Melly. There's the triple. Ball no good. Kuzma outside. Pass to Cook. Now here's Davis. Here is Cook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. A 3 from Bradley. That shot no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Lakers leading by 7. Cook, the pass to Bradley. Here is Cook. He's covered by Ball. Pass to Davis. Back to Cook. Outside Bradley. Takes the 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Ball dishes to Moore. He feeds it to Hayes. And that one, good. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Back to Cook. Now the pass to Davis. Kuzma outside. 4 on the shot clock. Bradley can't get it to go.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And the first one drops. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
How do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Howard. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Hard to prevent the bigger guy from getting a clean look there.
Here's Hart. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And here is Ball. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
The steal. Here's Moore. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You know, Hart's so good at jumping into the passing lanes, taking risks at the right time, and coming up with steals.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's Bradley. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Kuzma passes to Howard. 5 to shoot. A floater. That's tipped.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball dishes to Hayes. And the rebound goes to Howard. Los Angeles leading by 4. Caruso kicks to Bradley. The offensive rebound. Pass to Cook. Kuzma against Ball. Kuzma passes to Bradley. But they recover it. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Pelicans trail by 4. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Avery Bradley. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
Well, you can't let Ball get this deep. I mean, once he's this close to the rim, that far inside, he's ready for the throwdown.
Here's Kuzma, following the score by New Orleans. Okafor grabs the miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Ball slams it in.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Here's Hart. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Rondo kicks to Caruso. Now Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
LeBron, he's checked in for Bradley. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. So they take the lead. And that's now 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
You got to make a quick decision after you set the screen, and Dwight Howard knows exactly when to roll after the screen.
Jackson passes to Okafor. And it's sent back by Howard. The Lakers in the lead. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Got that one up quick.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Jackson with it. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Ball. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Kuzma passes to Rondo. Kuzma can't get it to go.
You know, I'd have been very impressed if he had got that one to go. Tough D.
The pass to Ball. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Right side Jackson. Clock at 6. Over Rondo. Okafor trying to get open. Favors can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And here is Ingram following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. James against Ingram. Here's Favors. Over Caldwell-Pope. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Favors.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse for him.
And finished off by LeBron.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
Mark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game. But in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. There's a break in the action, so let's now take a look at the teams with the highest field goal shooting percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Lakers second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Now here's Favors. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Holiday gets the bucket.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Rondo bounce pass. LeBron against Favors. Pulls up. High post. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's Holiday. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LeBron James.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
The Pelicans have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
He's off on the first. He's off on the second. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Holiday against Rondo. James outside. Over Favors. And again, the Lakers no good.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
On the wing, Holiday. He's covered by Rondo. And Holiday kicks to Jackson. Count it. For Los Angeles, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Caldwell Pope against Ingram.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Pelicans trail by 4. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there is always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. James has a two-pointer and misses it off the right side of the rim. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Jackson kicks to Holiday. Pass to Favors. And here is Ingram. He had 27 points last game. Back to Favors. Over Caldwell Pope. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Tips it up. James on the follow. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's stolen by Green. Kicks it to LeBron. Rondo, wide open. No good with the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by LeBron. Here's Favors, and he can't bank that one in. Pushing it up. Here's Rondo. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Jackson scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
James in the post. He's covered by Favors, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, he is going to the line, but that's not a bad play by the defense. I mean, you just can't let LeBron run free. I think you're always better off making him earn it at the line.
The Lakers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, James.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Davis is checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Okafor. Williams comes in for Derek Favors. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Frank Jackson.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 25-point game against Houston.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Holiday. 7-point differential. Stolen by McGee. And here we go. Fast break. Great block.
Goodness! That was special. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Now here's Hayes. Now here's Redick. Poked loose. It's stolen by Green. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 11. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. McGee with the block, and he gets it back. Tries again. The shot by Redick, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. Moore outside. 4 on the clock. Redick inside the line. Redick can't get that one to fall.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their 3-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the Lakers with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Avery Bradley in for James. Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Ball comes in for Drew Holiday. Both free throws good from Green.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for the Lakers. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. Fourth, Redick.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Here's Hayes. Here's Hart. He kicks it to Ball. Back to Hart to end the drought. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Shot clock at 5. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. It's rebounded by Hayes. Pelicans trail by 15. It's Redick on the wing. He's got 6. Hart the pass to Ball. Outside, Redick. No good on the 3.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence. And perimeter shooting, never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the miss by Anthony Davis.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Redick dishes to Hayes to stop the run. Great D that time from Howard.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the 3 ball is good.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Bradley against Redick. Over to the left wing. Ball bangs home the trifecta. Ball's got 9 points in the quarter.
Boy, you got to respect the fire and the back-at-you mindset of Ball there. You sink one on us, I'm going to make you pay by sinking one on you.
And so it's Los Angeles, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters. You got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Favors is out there with Williams, and it's Holiday in at the point. And he comes up with the deuce.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's LeBron. The fadeaway, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight. Pelicans trail by 17. Now Holiday. Pass to Redick. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Caldwell Pope, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope with the handles to take advantage of his foot speed.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Passes it to Williams. Inside, here's Redick. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
It's his first trip to the line.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
Both good from the line that time. Here's LeBron. To the paint, here's Davis, and the rejection by Favors. Lakers passing it around.
Get there.
Caldwell Pope with it, now guarded by Ingram. Clock at 4. Off target from outside. Pelicans trail by 17 for the 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Ingram's got 7.
Spotting up and knocking it down, Ingram with the sweet touch.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. James, the pass to McGee. Back to LeBron. 11 feet away. The shot is good off the backboard. LeBron's got 22.
That's as good as you can defend LeBron inside, and it's still not good enough.
And Holiday kicks to Favors. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Lakers leading by 16. James with it. He's got 22. And they double up James. Throws it up high. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Holiday attacking. The shot misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Redick following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Redick with it, picked up by Davis. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And the Lakers with some changes. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for JaVale McGee. Holiday surveying the floor. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for LeBron.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season, but I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
It's stolen by Rondo. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Let's look at the numbers here for Brandon Ingram. He's been dominant over the last month. Right around 25 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That's going to send Drew Holiday to the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors. That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Here's Holiday after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Outside Holiday. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And James throws it down.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Jackson misses. Lakers leading by 23 to the inside, and the dunk by James.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And here's Jackson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Outside Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Ingram. He has 7. Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Rondo. Loads it up for Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Bounce pass, Holiday. The pass to Ingram, trying to get something going. And the Pelicans miss again. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. It's good. And that's now 28 points for LeBron.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Melly, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rondo with it, now guarded by Ingram. Caruso, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Ingram. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Here's Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
And so it's New Orleans with it after the basket by Los Angeles. A shot by Holiday, nobody around. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down hard.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday against Rondo. Holiday gets the bucket.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
James outside. And they double up James. Okafor against Davis. Fade away, and there's another one for the Lakers. New Orleans gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how about the numbers here for LeBron James? First in assists and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here, leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense.
2.
First free throw is good.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Bradley's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Both free throws good from James. The Pelicans shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ball. 12 points for him. The three-pointer off the mark. LeBron up top, covered by Hayes, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Pass the ball. Here's Melly. Good on the bucket.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. James, stolen by Ball. Moore in the corner, lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 34.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
That free throw, no good. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Ball feeling it out a bit. LeBron against Moore. Back to Ball. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Now here's James. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Now Ball. 12 points for him. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Hart's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pelicans. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Drills it from outside. Kuzma's got 5 points so far.
Hey, guys, no better answer than that. Right back at you. Kuzma not taking any time getting those points back.
Ball with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. 4 seconds left. Again, the Pelicans score.
You know what? The size Ball possesses, guys, as a point guard is really a nice asset, especially when the defense tries to be physical.
And so it's Los Angeles, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Avery Bradley is out there with Cook. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Howard in at center, locking down the middle. Yep, that one goes. That's 7 points for Kyle Kuzma.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Here's Ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. I mean, the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Here is Cook. Right side Bradley. Over Moore. Bradley can't get it to go.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Cook, the pass to Bradley. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in. Now, here's Ball. Guarded closely. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Bradley against Moore. Bradley can't get it to go.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Williams kicks to Hayes. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And here is Ball. 5 on the clock. And here's Moore outside. And the Pelicans miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Outside Bradley. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Here's McGee, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
That's good from McGee. Daniels, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Quinn Cook. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor comes in for Hayes. And it's Frank Jackson in for Lonzo Ball. Both free throws good from McGee. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Moore finds Jackson. Ball stolen. And here comes the break. And Okafor with the block.
Boy, I love the defensive game of Okafor. He's got a wide reach, and that allows him to get to a lot of shots.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Moore. Redick against Kuzma. Pass to Dudley. Three-pointer, Daniels. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Dudley. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Here's Jackson to stop the drought. And the layup is up and in.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Caldwell Pope outside. Offline with his three.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Back to Redick. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Redick is a guy who just doesn't look for his shot. He also knows how to get his guys going. A terrific teammate.
Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Now here's Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on JaVale McGee.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
He's perfect from the line this time. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson. Here's Daniels. Again, the Lakers. Here's Alexander Walker. It's not going to go for him. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Here's Caruso. Basket good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Alexander Walker passes to Okafor. And here's Jackson. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Here's Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Okafor finds Jackson. And again, no good by New Orleans. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Tuesday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And that one misses. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And he sinks the second. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Inside, and it's slammed in by Howard.
You know, Howard knows his limitations on this end, realizes when he should take these kinds of shots.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Redick, here we go.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's the 3. They get it back. Dudley dishes to Howard. They shoot again, and he drops it in from the low post. Howard's got 4 points in the quarter.
So hard to corral Howard. I mean, even when you try to rough him up and get physical with him, he still just is able to play through it.
And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Okafor.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Howard. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Jackson looking around. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. To the left wing. 3 on the clock. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And making the right plays when necessary, closing out this club for the second time this season. This victory gives them a 2-0 lead with 2 left against New Orleans.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Daniels inside the line. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Howard.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Jackson passes to Redick. Here's Melly. Back to Jackson. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotions. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.